Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today is Friday, so means we do have another missing child's case. So today we're going to be talking about the disappearance of Jeremy Bright. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and if you have not hit that bell, so go ahead also hit that bell so you can be notified every time I upload on here on YouTube. I upload on Mondays and I upload on Fridays. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about Jeremy. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about his disappearance. Jeremy Donald Bright was born on May 25th of 1972, and he disappeared August 14th of 1986. He's an American teenager who disappeared under mysterious consequences while attending the Cost County Fair in Maltern, Oregon. At the time of his disappearance, Bright resided in Grants Pass and had been visiting family in Marlin Point. On August 14th of 1986. He attended Cost County Fair with his younger sister. During the day, the pair separated, but Bright failed to meet her that afternoon as arranged at the Carnival's Fair's wheel. Several witnesses report seeing Bright forcibly removed from the area by an unknown man, though these sightings were not confirmed. Intentionally, local law enforcement suspect foul play in Bright's case. However, within the week following his disappearance, several reports cited of him in the area led and detectives to reserve his decision. He was temporarily classified as a runaway. Numerous theories and rumors circulated in Marlin Point following the boy's disappearance, which were delayed in a 1989 segment on ABC Unsolved Mystery. Among them, there were that Bright had overdosed on a drug at a party, and his body had never been disposed of by those present. Another, then he had been shot by a local man while swimming in Cockley River, and the men had attempted to nurse him back to health, but had then buried Bright's body in a shallow grave after he succumbed to the wound. Law enforcement conducted a search of property and confirmed with these rumors, but found no evidence leading to Bright's discovery. A local man who had babysat Bright during his childhood, Terry Lee Sniffer, was considered a suspect in Bright's disappearance after being convicted of murdering a 32-year-old woman. There had been reports that Bright was seen in Stanford truck the day he disappeared. Jennifer died in prison in 2007, and in August 2011, Bright's family stated that they presumed him dead and held a formal memorial service in his memory. As of 2023, his whereabouts remain unknown. And this is a timeline of what happened. So, in August of 1986, 14-year-old Jeremy Bright, a resident of Grants Pass, Oregon, was staying in Marlin Point with his stepfather and younger sister, born in Bellamore, Maryland. Bright had been raised in Miller Point, and on Wednesday, on August 13th, Bright attended the Coast County Fair with his friend Johnny Fish. The day he called his mother Diane from a payphone and made plans for her to pick him up and his 10-year-old sister up in Marlin Point on August 15th. Later the same day, Bright met with his stepfather, a tavern owned by his grandmother, and was given money to attend the fair the next day. This was the last time he was seen by his stepfather and grandmother. The disappearance on Thursday, August 14th, of Bright attended the fair a second time now with his sister. The two pair was approximately 2 p.m. with Bright planning to meet up with his sister again at 5 p.m. near the Ferris wheel on the fairgrounds. He never reappeared. He was last seen wearing a black windbreak jacket, a red tank top, Nerlin blue shorts, pair of black size 13 Nike shoes with red shoes lace. The following day, August 15th, Bright's mother arrived at his stepfather's house in Marlin Point to pick up Jeremy and his sister. Inside, she found Bright's wallet, watch, and the keys to their Grants Pass apartment. After Bright failed to surface the day among any of his family members, she contacted the authorities and reported him missing. Law enforcement intently suspected foul play in Bright's disappearance, but on August 23rd of 1986, 1 week after his disappearance, it was announced that they were no longer suspecting foul play due to the alleged sighting of Bright in the day after his disappearance, some of which reported as late as August 16th or 17th. Law enforcement believed that Bright may have run away with traveling carnivals. Attentionally served individuals, including his sister, had reported prior that they witnessed Bright forcibly removed by a man near the fairgrounds Ferris wheel between 1 and 10:30 p.m. Several rumors circulated at the time that Bright disappears. One claimed that Bright, who had a heart murmur, had attended to a party and instead of beer laced with an illegal drug which caused him to fatally overdose. Another submitted by an announcement tip through a prison inmate claimed that Bright has incidentally been shot to death by the group of Groveland men while his friends at a local swimming hole along the Kerper River. Another intentionally claimed that Bright had been shot during a target practice, alleged those responsible tended to nurse Bright back to health at a remote cabin, but he assumed his wound, and tippers claimed his body had been buried in the woods in a shallow grave. Police, however, searched the formation cabinet and surrounding areas and found nothing. Cecily Fish, the sister of Bright's friend Johnny, told police that the night of Jeremy's disappearance, she witnessed a named male residing of her apartment building stumble inside the entryway covered in blood. Numerous wells in the Men Point area were searched following Bright's disappearance. After an announced tip was submitted in mid-August in 1986, which stated Bright's body was in the area well. Another unfaithful tip was given to law enforcement, which suggested they follow a road to Convert Bridge in western Nebraska. Another tip was received leading investigators to a young man named Jeremy Bright, who was working for a circus company in Florida, where many traveling cannibal circuses located during winter's months, but the man was determined to be someone else from Colorado who shared the same name. In August of 1988, film began for the segment on Bright's disappearance for the series Unsolved Mystery. The episode aired on January 1989. According to some accounts, Bright was last seen in the passenger seat of a truck owned by a young man named Terry Lee Sniffer, who had the babysit Bright in January 1989. A week after this case was featured on Unsolved Mystery, Sniffer was charged in the stabbing death of a 32-year-old Patricia Myers, and police considered Sniffer a potential suspect in Bright's disappearance. Sniffer died in prison in 2000 of a heroin overdose. I'm not even going to ask. According to the 2001 report, Bright's mother has resided to Florida since 1988, but returns to Mel Point each summer to assist in search efforts. As of 2019, Bright remains missing and is presumed dead by his family. In a board reunion for Bright's middle uncle, who died in Pelton, Oregon, 2010, was written that he was predeceased in death by most probably his oldest nephew, Jeremy Bright, who has been missing since August of 1986. And in August 2011, his family held a memorial service in his memory. In October 2006, a pond in private property, approximately 25 miles from Bright Point, was searched after a tip was received that Bright may have been disposed of there. The search, however, proved fruitless. And that is the case of Jeremy, and this is a really, really sad case, because cases like this where you don't have no clue, you don't even know where to start, you don't know where to begin, you don't know where to look at. It's just crazy. They didn't say anything about the stepfather. I don't know if the stepfather was out working. I don't know if the stepfather worked out of town. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know if he didn't realize that his stepson was missing and he didn't report him missing. I don't know. It really didn't say. I wish they said more about the stepfather. I wish they questioned him. But if you know anything about this case and you know more about it, let me know in the comments below if they even questioned the stepfather. Why didn't the stepfather called the police and said, hey, my stepson is missing? I think if he would have done it, probably they would have found something sooner. And the fact that the mom was the one who had to do it, and I think it was too long. It was the person who did kidnap him was already gone by the time the mom realized that he was gone, or even the family realized it. I think if the stepdad would have done it, it would have probably made a whole difference, and something or someone would have been caught. But that's just my opinion. So if you know anything about this case, or you know why the stepfather didn't call, let me know in the comments. I would really like to know. Y'all have a good day, and I will see you on Monday.